So I'm back. I have a new topic that I kind of want to discuss with all of you. It's something that I struggled with for the last couple of years. I don't think anybody really knows, except for the people that are close in my circle, kind of what I was going through. And even then, I don't think they understand the degree in which I was really truly struggling. So that is alcohol. Alcohol and marijuana, and then as well just self-medicating with pharmaceuticals like anxiety pills. So through being abused, um, enduring the mental and emotional terror of everyday life with somebody who's passive aggressive, who's sarcastic, who makes fun of you, who puts you down, who devalues, dehumanizes, objectifies, who ridicules and criticizes your every move and every friend and every choice and tells you where you can go and who you can be and, what time to be home and all of those wonderful things that I endured for 2 years straight. One thing that I started to develop over the course of time was an alcohol problem. Now, I'd say that's probably the worst of my problems due to the fact that smoking weed gave me crazy anxiety, so it was something I was already struggling with. So I did smoke it quite often as a way to cope, but it was mostly almost always when I was already drunk. So my abuser, he brewed wine and always had it in the house. And I had explained to my abuser that it was something that I was struggling with and I needed it out of the house. I needed away from it because it was something that was really screwing with my inability to function on a normal level, and it was keeping me down. Little did I know or, rationalize that this person was doing everything in their power to keep me down so that they could keep me around. Now, what's unfortunate, I believe, is that this person who abused me was a narcissist. And narcissists are truly just cowards. They're people who are very fear-based, and they're terrified of themselves, and they inject that fear in everything around them. So I would tell this person that I wanted alcohol out of my life and I would fight for myself in that sense. And this person, intentionally kept it around, or if I asked for it in a weak moment, they would just hand it to me like it was candy. And so this, allowed them to keep me under their thumb. So I know that a lot of you don't know that I wouldn't say I was a true alcoholic, because a true alcoholic would be continuing to drink, but I believe that I was definitely a situational alcoholic, and I had to drink to cope with my reality. I tried to leave this relationship about 4 or 5 times, and I reached out for help a lot. And one of the biggest issues that I found in trying to leave somebody who is abusive to this degree was, the challenges that they created in the way that they would present you to other people. So this person would cause issues in relationships and refuse to fix them with people on my side. Oh, look, it's Bella. It's Bella. Boy, this is my amazing little puppy who has helped me through so much, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have made it. Oh, yes, I love you. I wouldn't have made it through that whole experience. It's amazing how healing dogs are. Oh, and they also can help you with PTSD. I'll explain a little bit more about that later. So anyways, basically, I would tell this person that, that they were creating a wedge between me and the people that mattered to me most in my life. And, I would give this person the trust to go and try and fix these things. And, I'd tell this person, okay, I need you to talk to this person because you have started a fight with them and you haven't done anything to solve it. And my relationship with this person is now suffering because of you. So they would absolutely refuse. And then when I finally convinced them and got them to the point of talking to my friends and family, the story and the picture that was painted of me was one that was painted with the intent to isolate me even more. So they would go and tell my friends and family things like, that they think I'm bipolar, or ask them insecure questions about me, like, well, who was she before she met me? And, I'm concerned about, her promiscuous behavior from her past, or this and that, whatever. And, it was always like insecure speculations and questions, and, almost assumptive, and pushing that on my friends and family, and, causing, concern for them, because I'm, displaced, I'm in another city, and they don't know what's going on with me. All they see is the reactions inside of me, and then they see the constant up and down. And that constant up and down is what happens when there's traumatic bonding. So traumatic bonding, a healthy relationship is, for every 5 good things in an unhealthy relationship, there's where was I going with this? Okay, my dog is whining, she has to go pee, so I'm like, rah. I get easily distracted now. That's another fun thing. My brain only has like so much that can go on at once. So, sorry, for every 5 bad things that happen, 1 good thing happens in a traumatic bonding type of relationship. And that's what creates the traumatic bonding. So when you finally do get 1 good thing that happens, it feels so good, because you've gone through so much torture, and then it's finally just like, it feels almost that much better. Like it's that's what creates that, toxic, intense, illusion of love, when it's really not, because at the end of the day, the abuser is truly the one that's creating all that negative anyways, and then rewarding you. So, and then in a good relationship, in a healthy, normal, positive relationship, it's going to be the opposite. You're going to have, 5 amazing things for that 1 negative, and then generally you're able to work through that negative with respect and communication and trust. So, and being objective, that's another huge thing, not ever shaking your finger at a person and saying, I'm right and you're wrong. Shut up, which is a quote from Brene Brown. She's one of my favorite TED Talks out there. But that is an abusive relationship, is the I'm right, you're wrong, shut up, and not feeling heard and not feeling validated, like your feelings matter and they're on the table as well. So, yeah, that was something that I really, really struggled with. My friends and family, for a very long time, didn't know what was going on with me, and what they did know was something that was being fed to them behind the scenes, when I trusted that person to go and speak to my friends and family to try and correct what was happening, which was super unfortunate. Now, at the same time, it was very, very cleansing, and the people who matter are still in my life, and the people who don't are not. And the people who supported me the whole time, a huge thank you to the very few of you that did exist and stuck by my side through all of that madness and craziness. I know I couldn't have made it without you, so, yeah. I was turning into an alcoholic, and got to the point where I was drunk every single day just so I could cope, because nothing could dull the amount of anxiety and panic and pain and fear that I was feeling. And I started overreacting to things, and I started, acting crazy, like a crazy person. And when you're dealing with somebody who's passive aggressive as well, they make you feel like you're the crazy person. It's constant deflection of their own behavior onto you. So, they would say something and you could tell that there was something wrong, but they'd sit there and say, no, there's nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with you? Why are you even asking me? Blah, 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 blah. And they would play that mind game with you, and it's a constant, always having to play that mind game. So, yeah, eventually you just get to the point where you have to do something like drink. And so that's what I was doing. So I ended up reaching out several times. I tried, moving in and moving out, and You know, I tried fighting for myself, but one of the issues was that I had, you know, most of my friends and family, my relationships with them were, you know, already on edge, a lot of them when I came out here. And then, you know, obviously he did his best to destroy the relationships that I did have that were intact. So it was very difficult for me to move away from that abusive relationship with so little support, and it's super difficult because that is what abusers do. And so anybody out there, I just encourage you, if you're trying to get out of an abusive relationship and you lack that support and you're scared, and this person has destroyed the relationships around you or planted seeds in your head about the people that are around you to make you fear them. That's another thing. I started to fear everyone around me, and that's what created my social anxiety. Was I was fucking terrified of every single man that came up to me. You know, what was planted in my head was that, you know, even my guy friends were after me and that they just wanted a piece. And don't get me wrong, I get it. There is a good chunk of men out there that want to sleep with me. I understand that. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that a man can't put away his dick long enough to fucking get to know you as a person and respect your intellectual capacity, because we are evolved creatures. Not all of us, but a good chunk of us are. So, you know, if this sounds like something that you're going through, or something that has been a reality for you at all, please reach out to me, and I will do everything in my power. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do Skype sessions. If you're struggling, you know, I think some one-on-one Skype would be a great idea for me to reach out to you and to talk to you about what it is that you're going through and how it is that I can help you understand it. Because I know that there's just so many of you out there that are going through this. And, you know, women, we live in a day and age where women are constantly, you know, in media projected and pegged as natural born enemies against each other. And it's sad, because the reality of that is that it's not real. It's not real. If anything, women, we need each other now more than ever, and we need to be there for each other, because there's so many of us that are suffering through this kind of stuff, with, you know, with mental, emotional, physical abuse. It's so prevalent nowadays, and every single woman I've talked to, you know, has been through some sort of abuse. You don't make it through this life unscathed, and it's just important for us to be there for each other. So unfortunately, another thing that's happening, I've noticed, is in media, you know, men are constantly emotionally suffocated and not allowed to have their emotions. It's very rare that you'll see a man projected as strong when he puts his emotions out there, which is sad, because it's breeding a world full of men who are emotionally suffocated and constipated and you know, rejected, and it's unhealthy and it's unnatural, because we are all human beings. We all have a set of emotions and we all need help with them. So men, if you feel like you are abusing your partner, if you feel like your partner's abusing you, but a good chunk of the abusers out there are men, if you feel like this is something you're struggling with and you want to change and you want to know how to be healthier and you don't want to feel insecure and you don't want to feel, you know, the selfishness or whatever it is that you're struggling through, if you're struggling with your emotions, and that's the core piece of why this is happening and why you're projecting your emotional poison onto your partner, reach out to me. Reach out to David. That's my counterpart, my boyfriend. You know, reach out to us and we'll talk to you and we'll help you through it. There's never a lack of resources out there or people who care. You just have to look for it. So once again, hopefully this video has helped you all. I just want to let everybody know out there that I don't drink anymore. I've been clean now and away from alcohol for the better part of a month. I'm happy now that alcohol is no longer a part of my life, and I am lucky and I'm blessed and I'm supported by somebody who doesn't drink either. So I just want you guys to know that I'm okay now. Anyways, I hope you guys are all having an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.